Good morning. This is Father Stephen Kelly from St. John's Church in Detroit, and we're continuing our series of daily morning meditations. We generally look at one or another lessons that are assigned for morning or evening prayer, what is known as the daily office lectionary. And actually today I'm coming to you from Philadelphia. I arrived safely last night and settled in, and now getting ready to have a practice on Friday and my regatta on Saturday. And thank you for your prayers for travel mercies. I thought today we'd take a look at the lesson that's assigned from the second letter of Blessed Paul the Apostle to Timothy, the third chapter. We're going to read the first seven verses of this particular chapter, although the entire chapter is assigned. And these are hard sayings, but I think they contain some universal truth. This is Paul writing to Timothy. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. Without natural affections, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins, led away with divers lusts, ever learning, and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. So Paul is talking to Timothy about the last days, but I think we can probably say that in our generation and probably most generations, much of this has been true, right? I mean, when have we had a time when people have not been proud and lovers of self, right? When they've not been covetous, boasters, right? Try to get up from other people. That they haven't been blasphemers among us, both inside and outside the church, unfortunately. Disobedient to parents, like every teenager who hears that goes, wait a second, no, I'm not totally disobedient, right? Or unthankful or unholy. And there's plenty of people in our society who are both of those things, and probably people inside the church as well. Hopefully we're confessing it and asking for forgiveness. Without natural affections, truce breakers, false accusers. We talked about gossip and rumor mongering, didn't we? Incontinent, fierce, despisers of those who are good. And there's plenty of people out there who despise those who are trying to do good. Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. Right? So there's a lot of folks who go through the motions of the ritual of religion, or go through the motion of just showing up at church, but they've kind of written off the fact that this is the power of God, that God can actually work and make changes and actually be a part of people's lives in an intimate way. They've kind of ripped out it and they're just going through the motions of it. Or somehow they've downplayed the power of God himself. And I love this, ever learning and never able to come to knowledge of the truth, right? And I think we're a society that in many aspects goes running after trying to learn everything we can, but refusing to embrace the truth, right? We worship the search, but refuse to embrace the truth. And ultimately the truth is Jesus Christ our Lord. So even though Paul is talking about the end times to Timothy, I think we as people need to be aware that this can be happening among us as well. And perhaps even more aware that we're not doing it ourselves, right? Because we don't want to be those folks. So today is Thursday, and of course I'm in Philadelphia, so there's no public worship at St. John's the rest of this week, but I do hope that your Thursday is full of blessings.